The funny thing about life, you're gonna set a goal, and SH is going to come up. Okay? It is. It's just life. You can't control what's gonna happen. And that's what happened to me. Hey there. Okay, so I have made a video about confidence before, probably multiple at this point, but it's such a hot topic with my clients. It comes up with my coaching clients so often, and just in humanity, right? Our confidence. We just want more, we all want more confidence. And today I thought I would share a very quick, easy way to start building your confidence muscle right away, right now. So this is your cheat sheet. And I've made similar videos in the past, so you can go back and look at those. I'm going to reiterate what I believe, how to build up your confidence muscle right away. And honestly, strengthening your confidence is really all about self-trust. So if you can begin to build some ways to build self-trust, you will be more confident. And under that umbrella of self-trust is basically becoming your own best friend and having your own back. But the way you can build that up is to do a few things. Like, and I'm not going to get into the details of those, but I'm just going to reiterate really quick is, negative self-talk, eliminate that. Put in positive self-talk. Be reliable to yourself. And what I'm going to talk about today that you can do right this moment is setting a small, doable, realistic goal and follow through on it. You're just going to show up for yourself. And after you do that, well, you're going to set a goal. You're going to break it down into small, easy, doable, bite-sized steps. And this is something I do with my clients all the time. And then you're going to be accountable, and you're going to show up for yourself. And that's going to train your mind and train your nervous system to go, oh, I got my own back. Oh, and your self-esteem is going to raise up, and your self-trust is going to raise up. And then you're going to accomplish that goal, even if it's small, and you're going to feel so good that you followed through on something. And then you're going to celebrate it and acknowledge yourself. I'm just going to share a recent goal that I just accomplished that I feel really great about. And it's something that you could do. You could do something similar, or you could come up with, hopefully this sparks an idea for you. But this goal I'm going to share with you might be even too big. I suggest, pick something that you really want to do. Just use this as an idea. I just want to share like the feeling I got from it. So here's what I just did. Oh, and I also want to say, the big thing I do want to tell you is, the funny thing about life, you're gonna set a goal, and SH is going to come up. Okay? It is. It's just life. You can't control what's gonna happen. And that's what happened to me. And guess what? I think the reason I'm probably taking this in more than I normally would is that I really needed a win this year. I really had a rough year, and I did not predict that this year would be so hard. I haven't had a rough year in a very long time like this. I mean, this is one of the hardest years I've had in a long time. Probably in the last 20 years. I probably haven't had a hard year like this. I would say probably in 16 years, I'll say. So that's a long time. This was that tough of a year. And I didn't know that was going to happen when I set this goal. So here's my little goal that I did, okay? I wanted to go to France, and I told my husband, and he was like intimidated because we don't both speak very good French. So on Christmas Day, we bought tickets to Paris for our Christmas gift and our hotel. And we thought, okay, this is going to be like our Christmas gift and our anniversary gift. And so we were very excited. And so I decided to make one of my New Year's goals to learn French. So on New Year's Day, we were on a snowboarding trip in Utah, and we live in California. And even though we were there, I was like, it's New Year's Day, I'm gonna do my French. And I was on Duolingo, and from that moment on, and so I broke it down into, so the goal was to learn French. I had 6 months because our trip is in June, so we just had the trip, so it's June right now if you're watching this video. So I gave myself a window of time between now and 6 months. Now for you, that might feel too long, and I highly recommend doing something a shorter time if you're just starting this out, because you want to build this muscle up quick. You don't want to wait till, if 6 months can be a long time, okay? So maybe even just do it by the end of the week if you want to start with something easier. But I'm just telling you my experience. So I had 6 months to learn French. And so I broke it down into daily lessons. So, and luckily something like Duolingo, an app like that, they break it down for you. So I just told myself I had to show up every day on that app. That's it. That's what I'm doing. So I started off great. I was doing it every single day. It was great. And it was hard, even with like work-life balance and then doing that French lesson. But I didn't skip a day. And then SH hit the fan, and then it hit the fan again, and it hit the fan again. And it was hard to show up for myself. It was hard to show up for myself every single day for something that seems so trivial, like learning French. When big things happen in life, like we had a massive death in our family, and that was heartbreaking. And if you've lost someone in your family, the world feels like turned upside down, and you shift your priorities. And I could have stopped, but I told myself, you know what, 5 minutes a day. I can still do that. I can still do a lesson every day, no matter what. I told myself I was going to do it. And in fact, it was actually really healing for me to have that as like a very simple distraction almost, right? From the pain. So I charged through that. We had other things come up. It was like one thing. This year has been crazy. One thing after another. And I just kept with my goal. And I will say, I never missed a day. And we just had our trip. It was last week. We just got back. And I understood what people were saying when I was there. It was amazing. I could read signs. I could talk and speak. I was teaching my husband French because he didn't ever get on the app. That wasn't his goal. That was my goal. I was able to teach him. I'm not saying I'm a pro or anything, but I mean, it was to set a goal to follow through. So I followed through no matter what. And then I got to go on this fabulous trip. It was such a reward. And then I got to actually use the language. My goal was to learn the language, and I got to use it. And it was so fun. And it was such a celebration for me. And it left me feeling so empowered. And so I started thinking, setting goals is so important. Just small, big, and not giving up on yourself and following through and being accountable. And sometimes that's hard, and sometimes it's easier said than done. So if you haven't been able to follow through, don't beat yourself up. This is not what this is about. In fact, the whole reason I became a coach is so I could help people with this exact same thing. I love that I get to hold people's hand as they create the goals that they want to accomplish, and they need an accountability partner. They need a personal cheerleader. I love my job because I get to be a part of this process. So that's why people like me exist, because we love this stuff. So if you are hearing this and you're like, oh, great, well, I haven't followed through on a goal, and you start to do that negative self-talk, please do not do that. That's not what this is about. This is just letting you know that right now you can pick a very simple, easy goal. Maybe you can think of something quick and easy. And I would highly recommend breaking it down. I will include a sheet. I made a goal sheet, and I will include a link to my goal sheet here in this video that tells you exactly how to break down a goal. So you're gonna pick a goal, a doable, realistic goal. It can be super simple and easy. It doesn't have to be something long-term. I highly recommend something basic. And then you break it down into small little steps. And my goal sheet that I'm gonna put on this video, it has that for you. And you're going to be accountable to it. You're going to make it, stick it in your calendar, whatever you need to do to show up for yourself. And you do show up for yourself, and your confidence is going to be amazing. You're going to strengthen that confidence muscle, and you're going to feel so good. Can you hear my kids? Can you hear that? If you can't, great, but they're home for the summer. It is June here right now, and they're a little bit loud. And you're going to build up the self-trust, and you are going to feel amazing, and your confidence muscle is going to be so much stronger. So I hope this helps. And I wish you all the best. And if you would like some support while you are trying to build up your confidence muscle, or as you are working on goals, please reach out. I'm here to support you. I hope this video helped you. Please like and subscribe, share it with a friend, and yeah, I will see you next time. Okay.